All righty, guys. I think we're live here. Happy Friday to everyone
Hey
joining. Thank you
everyone.
guys so very much for being on the show today. My name is Miss Lee. I am President and CEO of Keybridge Capital Investments, billionaire businesswoman, and Keys to Success. I am super excited about the guests that I have on today. As you guys know, I just recently started this talk show. Super excited to have my special guests on. Fridays is all about power couples and couples that are doing amazing things in their careers and in their relationships that I just think are phenomenal, and I want to shine light on that. So today we have Tracy and Joshua Johnson on the show, and I'm super excited to just have them pour into you all and just, give it all they have. Again, my name is Miss Lee. My website is misskialee.com, where you can find out more information about me. And I'll go ahead and pass the mic to Tracy and Joshua. You guys can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I am Tracy Johnson, and I am founder and CEO of Sister Empire Productions.
All right, I am Joshua Johnson. I am founder and CEO of the Power Hub LLC. I also have a ministry, Prophet Joshua J. Johnson Ministries. That is a national, emerging global platform.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I'm going to just dive right in and just say, what does being a power couple mean to you guys? What does that mean? When you hear the term power couple and you think of your relationship, what does that mean to you guys?
So for me, I've always wanted to be a model couple. And I think being a power couple is all about the representation that you model. When I
Mm,
was 18, I started looking for a wife. I was in high school, senior in high school, looking for a
wow.
wife. Yep, God came to me. God told me to begin to pray for my wife, that He was going to send my wife early at age
Mm,
19. And so for entire year, I'm on search for this woman. And so every woman that I encounter that I thought was attractive or I thought was attractive to me, I'm thinking, okay, she's my wife. Like, so
awesome.
in that, I started to model or have this model or this image of how my wife should look and how she should come. So
Mm,
one day I wrote down exactly what I
mm.
wanted in a wife: physical, spiritual, emotional, financial, the total package. I wanted her to be bright skinned. I call it red bone. I said, I
Right,
wanted her to be red bone.
We're actually the same color.
She said we're the same color. We're not.
I
I'm
don't.
trying to get her to understand we're not.
right. She's a little lighter. She's a little
Just
lighter.
a
Yeah,
little bit. Just a little
I
bit.
like a bright skin. I said I
Beautiful.
want to be bright skinned. I said she's got to be short because of course I'm 5'2".
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So if you see me in person, I'm like really short, and
Right.
so, but she matched. She matched, and it's crazy because like her family's not like that. Like
Mm.
everybody's kind of like tall and like height. The stature is like kind of kind of huge, and so. But I
Huge.
had to me, but I wrote all of these things down that I wanted in a wife.
Right.
So I would have this image of what I needed to look forward to. So when I
Hmm.
met her, she didn't just meet everything, she exceeded it. And that's when
Wow.
God started showing me that this is what a power couple should look like. You have to have that image. Everything starts with an image or an imagination. And so
Mm.
through that imagination and that image that I had of a couple and how they should look, we became that. She came with the package, but we evolved eventually into that look, and that's how we started like becoming that power couple, and everyone now calls us a power couple everywhere we go.
Not
We
even asking for it.
not
And
asking for it.
I think it's about vision, having vision, and knowing where you want to be, and not
Right,
just being together.
right,
And I think it's about being authentic as
right,
well. Like
Mm.
I don't try to be a power couple. Like we don't
right,
I was
try
just
to be. It's like it just kind of happens. It's just natural. It just comes.
right,
So
right.
right. And
That's
so and it's like everywhere we go is like that title is given to us, and so it's like being a model, a representation, icon.
Mm.
especially to our community, because
Yeah, our
we
community.
see
Yeah.
so many
Right.
broken families and
Yeah.
dysfunctional homes, and so
Right.
we've always wanted to represent function. We got
Right.
3 beautiful kids. We're solid in our careers. Like it, we wanted to represent function, and so God has given us the grace to do that.
Mhm.
Right.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you said your idea of a power couple, you had that vision for it, a while ago. You outlined it, and you found her. You guys got married, and then your careers. How do you blend and how do you guys function as a power couple, being married? How does all that work? Tell us a little bit about that.
So you want to answer?
I was gonna say it's about balance,
Right,
knowing how to put things in perspective.
right,
I would say it was a struggle for me at first because I wasn't so much of an entrepreneur. I didn't have that mindset. I wasn't brought up that way to just be an entrepreneur. I didn't really have the mindset, and so he really helped me to bring that balance into my life. Even with our kids and then our marriage, it's about
Mhm.
knowing priorities. It's
right,
about having vision about where you want to be in life, and it's about being a go getter. It's
right,
about knowing that love, knowing how to respect each other's boundaries and how to merge our love within our kids and within our businesses, and understanding each other's vision and
Mm.
understanding who we are in this world, and how we see each other.
right,
So, if that makes sense.
right. Yeah,
No, that makes perfect
I
sense.
agree.
Mhm.
Balance,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
but balance. Being able
Yes.
to kind of like balance each other out.
Mm.
Mhm.
And sometimes as husbands, we have a vision of what we want, and we have to be careful of not forcing our
Right.
wives into what we think they should
Right.
be,
Yeah.
or even of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
You can, your little one.
That little, she's supposed to be that way, but go ahead.
No, you're fine. But so that's how it is. Sometimes we have this vision and we have this identity of how this should look. So
Mm-hmm.
our little one too. Hold on one second.
So we see, and we're parents, so that's a whole nother
Right.
balance of just like, okay, hold on one second, even though we're live, our
Right. Right.
parents,
Right.
and that balance of parenthood and relationships, and we need to talk about that because
Mm-hmm.
that does take a lot of balance when it comes to being a couple and being parents as well to children.
Yes, and especially little kids. Now these toddlers, they something
Yes.
else. It's really just our DNA in diapers. So
Mhm.
not literally in diapers, but they was in diapers.
Right.
I believe that a power couple is is a couple who knows eventually like what they want in life, and it's
Right.
like they both have a target and where they want to be.
Hmm. Having that clear vision.
Right, having clear vision and
Mhm.
understanding.
Mhm.
And when he first started becoming an entrepreneur, because he's always had that mindset. When he first became one, and decided to leave the 9 to 5, he just always had that passion. I didn't understand, and I was always like, well, why we can just do
Right.
this. I can work because I was working at it one time, and he was
Mhm.
like, "No, it's just so much more that I want. It's so much more that I see for us, and I know that we can be so much greater if we had our own thing. Like if we started our own businesses and we had our own time. Like we have more time as entrepreneurs rather than working a 9 to 5 job. And it's so crazy that people think that it's just
What?
you interrupted me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just playing. People think that it's easy too. Being entrepreneurs and then being married and then being
Right.
parents is not easy.
It's not
It
Right.
is not easy.
at all.
It's a work. It's a
Mhm.
work. We're always up. We're always working. This man wakes up at 4. Sometimes I don't go to sleep until 4. So
Right.
it's something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always something,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and that's
Wow.
why. as a couple, you have to know how to work together.
Right.
Even when you have a family, it's like you have to know that balance between being husband and wife, mother and father. It's like sometimes that balance is hard and it's difficult, it's challenging, because you're goal driven and you're focused on getting your business and getting the things that you
Right.
want in order, but so many distractions from kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then you still gotta like run. Right, right, right.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
Right.
feedback.
Yeah, yeah, with some feedback. Okay.
I hear
You
it a
hear
little
it?
bit. I did.
Okay. Okay, let me turn.
No, this is down.
Okay.
I don't know what's is a little. I can still hear you guys, but
Okay.
it's a
Okay, I
little.
don't hear it no more.
Okay, we can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah, it's
yes.
perfect.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, so the balance of being husband and wife and father and mother is really like it gets difficult. It gets difficult at times. I know that was one of the issues that my parents had when we got married so young, like being able to balance family life. Because my dad, he's the family kind of guy. And so he was never like career driven.
Still hear you guys, but it's. Sorry.
Say it again.
No, no. It's the screen. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. Yeah, so he was the family kind of guy. He was never like really career driven. So because I was kind of like both family and career, it was like it was difficult to portray that image to him that you can still balance a career and being a husband and being a father. I didn't come from that background. My background was basically just family, which is good. Family is good. But I knew I had a calling.
Right.
I had something greater than just being a
Right.
husband
Right,
or a
yes.
father.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And I had to understand that too. When I first married him, I didn't understand because my background was that my dad worked, he worked a job. And so there's nothing wrong with a job. It's just, our vision and what we want
Right.
in this life.
Right.
So I had to get used to that. I had to understand that this man is not just a man that's going to
Right.
work, but he's an entrepreneur. And so it had we had to put more into that, and I had to understand that sometimes we're not going to always just be able to chill, we're not just
Right.
going to always be able to just lollygag and do anything. Like, we had to be on it.
Right.
Like, we had to stay focused, we had to be determined.
Right.
And we're still in
Right.
that now, knowing to just be focused, knowing to get
Right.
up early. The early bird gets the worm. He say that to me every day.
Yeah.
Even if I had just went to sleep at 4, I'm like, look, it's time to get it. You got to get it.
Right.
And so,
It's the worm.
it's
Yeah.
still a work in progress, but
Right.
I feel like we came a long way from where we used to be.
Right.
I feel like,
hmm
we're growing, we're learning, and we're learning each other, and
Right.
we're growing in our businesses, but it takes consistency,
Right.
it takes focus, determination. It
Yeah.
takes that vision and seeing yourself ultimately, and knowing that we're not going to always be in a certain place, but God has more for us,
Right.
and just believing that God
Right.
has more for us. I think that's what really keeps us focused.
Right.
Seeing our kids,
Right.
knowing that we want more for them. We want them to be in an established household,
Right.
and to
Right.
have great lives, just like
Right.
we have. So
Right.
I
Right.
think
Right.
that's what
Right.
purpose.
That's beautiful.
Legacy
And
building.
so when it
Legacy
Yeah,
building.
comes to, and so I guess
it was just
say
feedback.
that again. I'm sorry. Okay. So when it comes to the vision and that balance of just family and relationships and business, talk about your individual careers and exactly what you do currently and how all of that plays into it. And either one of you guys can start. Mhm.
So I would say my ultimate focus as a husband is laying vision for my house, because I'm all about legacy. I'm all about legacy.
Mm.
And legacy to me is being able to work with my wife to leave something behind for our kids. And so I
Yes.
feel like being a parent, husband, being a
Wow.
business owner, prophet, whatever I am, it's all about building legacy for my family. Everything I do is for them. Nothing I do
Wow.
is really for me. And I think a lot of people don't understand that being career driven is not really for you. You're not really bearing fruit for yourself. You're bearing fruit for your wife or your husband or your kids. Like there's something that you're supposed to leave behind. And even before you leave this earth, there's something that they should be able to inherit now. Like
Right.
something they should be able to walk into physically, not just with wisdom and knowledge, but something that you can like pass down. So I think it plays
Right.
a part
And so would
in
you say, no, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, would you say and I would say that's one of the keys to success in your marriage and in your family is that you
Right,
put that vision first of making sure the things
right,
that you are doing is for not only for yourself, but for your family as well. Would you say
right,
that that's one of the major keys in that plays in your, I guess, your vision and what you do
right.
as a husband?
Right. That I put family first. And some people would say indirectly. Because some people, putting family first is just always doing something for your family. Well, if you're always attentive family vacations and doing stuff for the kids, but they never have a future. You're not
Mm-hmm.
training them. You're not really developing them into their future, the future
Mm,
career or call that God has. It's
right,
like what good is it? What There's no balance. And so we know how to date, we know how to do things for our kids, but we're
Yes.
looking for the future. We're looking towards like my kids being able to start a business at 15, like
Yes.
or
right,
younger, even
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Like my
right,
son, he has business ideals now. He's only like 5, and
Yes.
he has these phenomenal ideals now. And so instead of just taking them to the ice cream shop buying them ice cream, I sit down and I teach him business. I
Yes.
invest time into him. So what spending time to someone else may be is different from me. It's
Yes.
legacy. It's intentional legacy building.
And
If you get what I'm saying,
investments.
constantly investing
right.
into our
Investing.
family.
Yes.
Mm. So I think the word you just used was intentional. And that's really a
Right,
Yes.
powerful word. When it
right,
comes to the
right,
raising of your children, and when it comes to just
right,
the power couple and just life in general, being intentional
right,
with what you do as a
right.
couple and what you do as parents, it's really powerful. Thank you for saying that for sure.
It is.
Yes.
Intentionality is
Yeah.
everything to me. I'm an
Everything.
intentional person. I don't do anything by accident or just to do it.
That's true.
You, every day I wake up is intentional.
Yes.
Every day, I mean, my days are
Right.
intentional. People I talk to, the,
Right.
the the connections that I make. I
Yep.
mean, if I'm going to go live, it was
Yes.
intentional. I didn't just say, "Oh, I'm going to go live
Right.
today." Everything I do is intentional, and
Right.
that's how we keep that power couple image and that
Mm.
power household, that power family image,
Right.
because we're intentional
Yep.
in what we're doing. We have
Right.
intentional goals. We have intentional desires that we have that we want to reach, and we're going to reach.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. And so, Tracy, you with your business and just being a mom and being a powerhouse, let's talk a little bit about that.
So, with my business, I'm a casting director. Sister Empire Productions is it's a production company. But I started out doing casting for different companies, different productions, and also writing, being a playwright. It was difficult at first, I would say that, but just getting into the groove of it, and then knowing how to situate my kids. Knowing how to put them in a place to where they're not too distracting, but then also having that balance of training them at the same time. I feel like that really helped me with staying focused, because I was one of the people who would like my attention span was it was like kind of all over the place. But then my husband helped me. He's in the business of leadership, and
Right,
so he helps me with being able to run my company efficiently, and being open to different things. And so I take my casting, and then I take my playwriting, and then I take my design. I'm also in photography. It seems like a lot, but it has its
Right,
days. But it's not too much on
right,
me. So yeah.
All right. All
right.
right.
And I know, I mean, I'm a mom of little ones, so I know how it can be with work and kids and
Right.
things like that. So again, it's all about that balance that you have to put in that vision, like you said, that clear vision of just making sure that you have things in line and things like that. So when it comes to your business, is it like, can you talk a little bit about, what is production writing? What is that exactly?
So I have a casting company. So
Okay.
we go out, and companies hire us to cast their production. Say if they need uh, actors. So we go out and actually help them find the actors that they need for their film, their production. And then with design, I have people reach out to me and ask me to design their website, or design a flyer, or design business cards, design posters, and all of those
Oh,
good
wow.
things. And with photography, people reach out to me to do family portraits. I've done events. I've done media coverage. I've done
Wow.
weddings. I've done
Wow.
let me see what else. Weddings, business photos. And so I actually just started interning for Derek Blank's photography. And so,
Oh, wow.
yes,
That's
yes.
phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Thank you so
It
much for
And
is.
my
sharing that.
play, my
And if
stage
people, if
play.
any, oh, you said, and your stage play,
Yes, my stage play. Things that glitter.
things that glitter. And if people wanted to, if our viewers wanted to get a hold of you with your contact and all of that, if you wouldn't mind sharing that and where they can get, for photography, the stage play, all of that, definitely share your contact with the viewers.
Okay. You can reach out to me at www.sisterempire.com. Sister, Sistah,
Sister.
empire.com.
Awesome. Awesome.
Sister.
Phenomenal. And so, Joshua, tell us a little bit about your career currently, what you do, and all of that, if you would.
Okay. So I'm kind of like twofold. So I have the Power Hub LLC, which is a global platform for leadership development. We have innovative industry leaders from all around the globe that we not only train and impart into, but it's almost like a mobile virtual community of leaders.
Wow.
We connect, we collab on projects, we barter services. And it's for the main purpose of increasing their influence and helping scaling their business financially. Because a lot of times with industry leaders, like we have followings, but the issue that we have is expansion. How do we expand and maximize what God has given us as far as our platforms? Whether you're in the hair industry, whether you're in real estate, it doesn't really matter what industry you're in. Being able to expand is the key. Because a lot of
Right.
times we cap ourselves. We grow to a certain extent or to a certain point, and we start capping. And so we
Right.
teach you how to remove that cap, how to leverage your platform as an industry leader. And then also, like I said, I am prophetic. I have a prophetic ministry where we travel church to church, seminar to seminar, conference to conference. I've been on the Word Network, which is the largest African American Christian network, religious broadcasting network. I've been on
Wow.
yeah, I've been to Ohio. There's a major network in Ohio. So that is my prophetic ministry, being able to be a prophet and not just to tell the future, like you, like we would say, but being able to literally give counsel and direction. I've given counsel and direction to politicians, actors. I mean, people of all sorts of lifestyles and backgrounds. So that's
Right.
really my
I've even seen
twofold.
your show and have been on your show or have been on your
Even you,
live stream.
yeah,
They're absolutely
right,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Yes.
Even you,
Yes.
yeah, you're being able to give you some prophetic words, and thank God they
Mm-hmm.
manifested and came to pass. And so that's really my passion, my heart,
Mm-hmm.
is to really connect people to what God is saying and what God wants for their life. Um, even now, like just being able to like sit here and like listen to you and to like even see, like I can literally look at somebody and can like literally see what God is doing in their life, or being
Really?
able to, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's like I've always had this gift where I can see visions. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I can hear conversations. Like I literally have heard people talking. Like I can hear people conversations. Like
Wow.
I've called people before and be like, I just heard what you said. like,
Wow.
like I can do that.
Hold one
Just
second. Hold 1 second. Sorry, guys.
okay.
I used to be scared when I first met you. I used to think you could hear my thoughts,
I can hear your thought.
what I'm thinking.
These kids, y'all be patient. Don't go anywhere. My
All right.
kids are acting up today.
Little people are arguing, so I
I
had to situate. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean that's just a God given gift that I have, be able to see visions. Like before I was on the Word Network, I was in the shower and this open vision came of the Word Network, and exactly how
Mm.
it was when I
Yes.
went is what I saw. But it was 4 months
Oh,
in
wow.
advance. So for 4 months I had to sit on this open vision that I had.
Mm. And so you received the vision and just tell us, are you there? Oop, I think we lost them. So, guys, bear with us here. We're having an issue with our live stream. I think they're back. Are you guys back? I can.
I don't know what's happening.
The cameras,
Okay,
I don't know
all right,
what
we're
just
back.
happened.
It's
Okay, there
literally,
we
I'm
go. We're
telling
back.
you, anytime you're doing something
Okay.
right or doing something good, I'm telling you, there's always some kind of interference.
And you were just about to go into, and then I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys were, go ahead.
So, like I was saying, so yeah, for 4 months, I had to sit on this open vision for four
Mm.
months and walk around telling everybody, look, I'm going to be on the Word Network. And it was
Right.
literally 4 months until it manifested, but it did. And some things I say will happen overnight. Some things I say may happen in days. It depends on the
Mm-hmm.
situation of the person or
Yes.
even God's timing. But I can see it, I can call it, and it's just like, it's just there. And I've always done it. I've always
Wow.
done. I told my mom when she was pregnant with my sister.
Wow.
Before she actually went to the doctor to even find out if she was pregnant, only because I told her she was.
Wow.
And
So
then
you knew that she was having a baby beforehand.
I did, and I told her it was going to be a girl.
Yes.
Wow.
And she,
Powerful.
they of course I was like 4, so they was like,
Right.
and it was a girl. And so,
Wow.
and then the day before my mom went into labor, I told her, I said, tomorrow you're gonna have the baby. I'm 4 now. Well, I was 5 at this time. I'm 5,
Mhm.
and I told my mom, I said, tomorrow you're gonna have the baby. And they didn't believe me. I cried and cried and asked, why don't you believe me? Sure
Mhm.
enough, my dad is waking me up at 7 in the morning, and we're rushing to Rockdale Medical, and my mom water broke.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
so
she was having the
she was having my sister.
Imagine living with this one.
Yeah,
Imagine it.
yeah.
wow.
Like our son, our oldest son, he's such a teenager, and
Yes.
so we got him an iPhone. And the first
Okay.
time we got him an iPhone, you know how you have to link your card, as to the what is it, the
Yeah.
iTunes, and so
Right.
he found a way of downloading games
What
off
Mm.
was
our
the name of it?
Fortnite.
Oh
Fortnite.
goodness.
Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, just $300 worth.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
$300
$300 worth.
$300 worth. But we didn't
How
know
nice
where.
of him. That was awesome.
Right. It took us 2 months to find out. We literally didn't know the money had left our account until we were one
Wow.
day on our bank statements, and we were looking at, our bank statement. It was like, what does $300 from iTunes come from?
Right.
And it was him, but we didn't know it was him because we didn't know how to source it.
Wow.
So God told me it was him, and I told her, I
Mm-mm.
said, it was Justin. It had to be Justin. She was like, it wasn't Justin. Like, sure enough,
Wow.
it was our oldest son.
Yes.
$300 worth. $300 worth of
He
things.
said, the Lord told me. So they can't pull anything over your eyes
They can't.
Right.
because you have that foresight and that wisdom to
Right.
see. So it's like, no, son.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
I have a connection.
Right.
That's
Right.
phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Right.
Yes.
So is there anything, ooh, oh Lord, a bee was flying in. Is there anything that you would want to, sorry, I have the door open here, that
You're
you
fine.
would want to um, say to the viewers as far as life and your relationship and just, what it means to be a sound couple and a couple that communicates? Because I know when I seen you all on your live, the love that you have was clear for each other, the
Right.
respect, and just the way that she looks at you, the way that you guys communicate as a couple is absolutely phenomenal. Is there anything that you guys would want to share with the viewers on that love and that unity and that bond as a couple and as parents and as humans?
Right. Well, I would say you have to like your partner.
Yeah.
Not just be in love with them, but you have to like them. You have to
Mm,
actually like. I like her, not just love her or in love with her. I like her. I can be in
wow.
the same room with her for hours and not get tired. We can
Right.
talk and not
Mm-hmm.
get tired. We've been in a marriage now going on 9 years and not tired of each other. So it's like we can
Yeah.
count on our hand how many times we've been apart. Literally. We do everything together. Sometimes we eat off the same plate. She be trying to eat all my food.
You said,
But
say
I
that
mean,
again.
I said sometimes we eat off the same plate and she be trying to eat all the food.
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
But no, we do everything together because we like each other. And so I would say if you're trying to find a spouse, you have to like the person you're working with. It's not a business relationship with us.
Right. Yeah.
It's
It's not.
business
Right.
in a degree,
Yeah.
but we still like each other. We still gotta love each other. We gotta go on dates. Like I have to want to be with her, and so
You
you
have
gotta.
to have that passion. Yeah.
Right, right,
Because even your passion for loving your spouse will drive your passion in your business.
right,
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Because
right,
you would want your spouse to have the best things in life,
right,
and so you will help them be on their feet and
right,
help them to figure out what it is they're trying to figure out in their business,
right,
or help them whenever a hurdle comes. So
right,
Right.
right,
yeah.
right,
Very powerful.
right,
That's very powerful.
right.
And Tracy, what about you? Just anything that you would want to share with the viewers about just what it takes to be a power couple and your family?
I would say understanding, having understanding of who your spouse is.
Right.
Okay.
I think that's a big part in being a power couple. Just
Right.
understanding each other's mind, how they think, how they function, how they operate. Because I feel like some of the times the fights and arguments derive from not understanding where another person is coming from.
Right.
Having clear understanding and balance, knowing when to cut it off,
Right.
knowing when to be quiet, knowing when to talk,
Right.
knowing when to be passionate, just knowing when to be together,
Right.
knowing when to tend to the kids, knowing when to cook, and all that other stuff.
Right.
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 That's awesome. So just that clarity, I guess you would say then.
Yes,
Just,
Yeah.
again,
yes,
there that word goes again, is just having that clarity and
Right.
yes,
understanding and having that communication
Right.
to just, build and want to build and see the vision of what you all have in mind for your family,
Right.
right,
fruition, which
right,
is really beautiful.
yes,
Well, I
and
want
that
to thank
even
you guys
comes.
so much. Say that again.
I was gonna say that even comes with your business. Uh, this man taught me when you have a business, it got to be something that you're solving. You're solving a problem. And
Right.
so with Sister Empire, my problem that I solved was I've seen, like, when I went into production, I've seen a lot of, um, I don't want to say, I didn't see a lot of our color in that field.
All
And
right.
so I said, I want to
Mm.
see a lot of Black women come
Yeah.
together in
It
production
comes together.
and start making things from our insight and from our vision. And so that's what really helped me start not the Power Hub. I helped him start the Power Hub, but start Sister Empire.
Right.
I wanted to see us um, move in that entertainment
Right.
business.
Yes.
So I started with casting, with writing, with PAing, and all
Right.
those good
Right.
things.
She's
Wow.
solving a problem
Yeah.
for Black women, for Black
Right.
women. Even though we might have a lot of women of diversity that's watching,
Yes.
but it's
Right.
an issue. It's a real issue in the industry when it comes Black women in general, not just in her industry, in my industry, in ministry.
Right.
People don't believe in women ministers. People don't believe in women being
Right.
able to have positions of power. So she's
Right.
solving a problem that will give women a voice, an
Mm.
Wow.
actual voice,
Yes.
because they don't have
Yeah.
a voice. You know, they're
Yeah.
actors. Yeah.
No, and I apologize for cutting you off, but I know that is one of the reasons why I started Billionaire Businesswomen Inc. was because there was a void for, it was just awkward to see women in investing. And usually
Right.
they would be in investing, but they would be an assistant or someone doing paperwork. And I
Yes.
created that platform as a place to say it's okay to be a female
Yeah.
investor. We
Right.
all have our roles, and as long as you have that clear vision of what your roles are, but it's okay to be that
Right.
thing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay, and that's what she's been able to do.
Yes.
Wow,
Not doing, but she's done it already. Like she's
that's
already
beautiful.
helped hundreds of women find a voice, and to give them a voice and give an identity, like give them a new story to
Mm-hmm.
their past, because a lot of them been molested and raped and taken advantage of and sexually assaulted, and they came
Right.
to her. Even the last production she had a lot of broken women, a lot of
Wow.
broken women,
Yeah.
and they were just drawn to her,
Wow.
and God used her to heal,
Mm.
through her play, through her play.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And so have Amina do that in the kitchen, honey. And so with all of that and with the play and just the writings and things like that, I'd love to hear more about it and find out more about that, Tracy, and just kind of look into exactly what you're doing for women, because I'm big on bringing women together and just communicating and figuring out different ways to have us all become one, become better. In all areas of our lives. And a lot of times healing from your past and doing things like that can really help to mend things that you may be dealing with and just help
Yeah.
you to be more outspoken too in the world and just
Yes.
learning from other women in that respect.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you guys both for being on the show today. I don't know if you guys have anything else that you want to leave us with before we sign off, but I definitely want to thank you both for taking time out of your afternoon
Oh
away from
yes.
your families to be on the show today. I know we have a lot going on with this coronavirus.
Oh
Shockingly enough, we didn't
yes.
even, so that's a blessing. For a moment it didn't exist because every day it's all we talk about. So
Right.
I want to thank you guys for just taking time out of your afternoon. How is your family coping with this whole coronavirus thing that's going on in the world?
So actually, we're doing great.
Yeah, we're still going.
Um,
Yes.
it's amazing because God actually prepared us months ago for this.
Wow.
We didn't know it was going to be a pandemic, but
Right.
well, God told me that the nation was coming into a season of a drought, and that we
Wow.
needed to prepare. We needed to stock up. So I didn't know pandemic, but I heard drought, and
Right.
so we started preparing. We started really getting ourselves financially in position, and it's like we have not missed a beat. I mean, like
Wow.
food is just there's a surplus.
Snacks.
Snacks, like we just
That's
snack,
awesome.
Snacks.
eat,
Snacks.
eat. I mean,
That's
even
awesome.
our money is like, it's there's a surplus.
Right.
But there's extra and
Abundance.
just abundance in the
Yes.
midst of a pandemic. So it's
Yes.
like, we're doing good, and we teach our people in the Power Hub and her company. You got to be self sufficient and you got to be proactive. And so
Yes.
Right.
we're always proactive, and so we've always been
Right.
that way. But I mean, it's going great. I mean, really is. Like
Yes.
I'm
Right.
talking to other pastors that are kind of scared and worried and kind
Right.
of they don't know what to do. But I'm like, hey, y'all need to get like us. Like
Right. Yeah.
position yourself.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
Position yourself.
know beforehand. You know, you don't
Yeah.
have to be a prophet to know things are going to happen.
Right.
Like life happens, and you need to be
Yes.
ready. I teach every 3 months, life happens. Every three
Wow.
months, life happens. That's the theology that I have. Every 3 months, you're gonna have something dramatic that happens. You can have a flat
Right.
tire, and you need to have a spare tire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things happen, so you need
Wow.
to have rainy day money set aside because every 3 months, everybody
Life happens.
listening, it's gonna happen. And it may
Right.
not be dramatic, but it might be dramatic according to your financial
Right.
status,
Yeah.
where you are
Right.
financially. Because a flat tire for us may not hurt us, but it might hurt someone else
Yeah.
that isn't
Right.
solid financially. So,
Right.
it's about positioning yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so that preparation as a couple too, just being able to have that conversation to say, okay, honey, listen, and in the future, this may happen. So that, I guess, and having that solid plan, that solid vision of being on the same page is important
Right.
when it
Yes.
comes to the foundation of the family, especially in this time of uncertainty and chaos. That's super important.
Right.
Yes.
Right. It is.
Wow.
It's very important, man. It's needed. People need to hear it, and we need to stop moving in fear and giving fear messages, and give more of messages that help us be positioned and
Empowerment.
empowered.
Empower each other.
Right.
Empower ourselves
Right.
so that we can empower our community. Yeah.
Right.
That's phenomenal. I want to thank you guys so very much for being on the show today and taking
Thank
time, like I
you.
said, out of your afternoon and with the interruptions and things like that, we still push through. It's okay.
Right.
And just I want to thank you, and I look forward to speaking with you both outside of this with regards to the Powerhouse. Is it Power Hub?
Yes.
Yes.
Power
Yes.
Hub and the Sister
Empire.
Sister Empire, and just finding out more about your businesses and networking, because I'm very big on networking with other entrepreneurs and just finding out how we can, inspire one another, help each other, and grow in our businesses. So I want to thank you both for taking the time to be on Keys to Success today. And
Thank you.
unless you guys have anything else to add, that's all that we have for today.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again for inviting us.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I want to thank you both, Tracy and Joshua Johnson, for being on the show. You guys tune in every Friday where we will have different power couples from Atlanta, Georgia, around the U.S., and God willing, around the world, who will join and talk about their success as a power couple and what it takes to be a power couple today. Thank you guys again. Much success to you and your family. God bless you guys both, and talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.